This video is part 1 on adding and editing articles. You can see I'm logged in here on the project's website, so I'll start by clicking Add Article. That will bring up the Submit an Article screen, which you saw in the previous video, but we will spend a lot more time on it now. The first thing we can do is to set a title for our article. I'm going to post an article about this screencast and the other one saying that they're now available. So I'll give it the title, Screencasts Now Available, with a few typos. Now I'll move on to writing the article. You can see below the title area is the editor area, and the editor has a lot of tools that you probably won't use very often, if at all. You can set the alignment of your text, you can create tables. There are a lot of things here that you don't need. But there are some controls that you may be used to, like Control B for bolding, Control I for italic. They work the same. You can also use the buttons that I'm showing you here. I'll also show you later on how to add links, how to include images, and how to make lists after we add some content to the article. So, to start off, we're going to put in some content, actually content that I've already written. I'm going to assume that I've written some content in Microsoft Word. A lot of people like to do that. It's a little better just to write it in the website here, but if you're not comfortable with that, this is okay. So, I'll show you. I have some information prepared over in Word. Here it is. I wrote a few sentences about the screencasts, and I'm going to select it and copy it. I used Control C. You can also use the menu. And now I'll go back over to the browser, and I'm going to click the Paste from Word button. Now, the reason you can't just paste it in is that when you copy and paste something from Word, it sends along a lot of other data, and that will mess up the article. So you can see I'm hovering over the Paste from Word button. Looks like a clipboard with a blue W on it. And I'm going to click on that button, and it brings up the Paste from Word window. So I'll hit Control V, and there are my sentences, and then hit OK. So now my text has come up in the article just the way I wanted it. And now that it's there, I can also add text just by typing. And I could have typed the whole article if I had wanted to. Next, we're going to add a link to the article. Now, if I were really writing an article about these screencasts, I might have uploaded it to YouTube, and I might be viewing it right now. So I could copy the link and come back and highlight the word that I want to use as a link. In this case, it's the word link. Once I've highlighted that, I would click this button that looks like a chain link, very cute, and I would paste in the location here. It's called a URL, which is another word for address. I pasted it in with Control V, and now I hit OK. Now I've created a link. If I were to publish this article and someone looked at it, they would see the link and they would be able to click and go through to my video. So, having completed the link, I would like to put a picture in. I wouldn't actually want a picture in this article, but we need to do that. So, click on the image button, and most of the time you're going to want to upload an image because usually you have an image that isn't on the server yet that you want to include in the article. So I click to upload. Now I'll click Browse to look at the images on my computer. I've picked a picture of Rick Dempsey that I used earlier today, and I will click Send it to the server, and it will pop up pretty quickly and say that you've uploaded it. And then it will take you over to this window, which allows you to choose the options for pasting the picture into the page. I've given it an alternate text which is nice for people who can't see the screen so that they will know what was there and how it fits into the content. Then I click OK, and the picture is now included in the article. Now, if you put a very large picture in, the software will automatically resize it, and then people will be able to click to see it at full size if they want to. So having added an image and a link, we will quickly add a list into the text. Web articles tend to benefit a lot from lists because people read them in a little bit more cursory fashion than something like a book. So, to make the list, I'm going to click on the list button, which looks a lot like a list, and that will insert a bullet. Now I'm typing a few points that I'd like to have on the list, and when I'm done with the list, I can just hit enter twice. The first time I hit it, it does the same thing as if I created a new article, and the second time, it exits from the list. And now I'm back in the text portion of the article. This should give you enough to write an article. The next section of this video will cover what's below the editor on how to post an article onto the site. Please continue.